Hello.
Sanity check back at you. Ken, Skillet Sauce, and 8 once again.
You said that kind of
scantily clad 8.
Oh, yeah,
I know. What did you say was on 8's chest?
Taco meat, man. No, I said he had dust bunnies.
Actually, he said both.
At least the shit is white. At least his wife beat is white. You know, you ain't got like the, you're mad, look like you've been squeezing oranges with your armpits, with the mad stains.
So, you mean it's new and fresh and clean?
Yeah, like fresh out the packet.
Yeah, well,
Those are good to see that 99-cent store still has a good variety.
Oh, yeah. Eight's a class actor.
Yeah, I know, man. He actually paid the 7 cents tax.
Exactly.
I got a bunch of them this day. so let's see. What happened this week?
Well, today is June 25th, first of all, 2013. It's, muggy as hell. And pretty much we just wait and see what the weather is these days here in New York City because forecasts are virtually useless nowadays. As I said a while ago, we've crossed the line where we're probably heading to the Jupiter superstorms. It'll probably be here, in a couple of years.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense. I mean, that thing that blew in like 4 days ago that just like came in for like a good 30 minutes or something like that was just outrageous, and then
mad lightning strikes, all types of shit.
Yeah, once again that Frankenstein lightning, and now it's just muggy. I keep getting air quality warnings on my phone, so who the hell knows?
Today, we'll actually be talking about something that's happened recently. We usually it always seems every time, the next day after the show, some great story comes up, and we have to wait 5 to 6 days before we can talk about it. Yeah, so Paula Dean is in the news. In case you guys didn't know, Paula Dean is one of the, was one of the
cooks. Do not call her a chef because she made some of the most outrageously nasty shit.
I was going to say one of the personalities.
Well, she's definitely a personality. She's like the modern day Justin Wilson in a sense.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Real old.
Yeah, I'm sure he never used those words either.
Well, please, he probably had a bunch of slaves in the background working the cameras.
These jokes are because Paula Dean was fired from the Food Network this week, and it was because of her deposition that was leaked out to the public, the press, because she's being sued by one of her former employees from her company, not the Food Network, but from her company, off of allegations of racial and sexual harassment and whatnot have you.
Yeah.
So this here is
Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson.
What is this?
The complainant.
Shanti T. Jackson, whatever her name is. T. No, I'm just looking at it. Something T. Jackson. I can't read, man. I don't got my
what she said that Paula Dean said. So this is from her allegations. The complaint includes a comment Dean allegedly made when asked by Jackson what type of uniforms the servers should wear at the wedding. So this is what Paula Dean allegedly said. Well, what I would really like is a bunch of little niggers to wear long sleeve white shirts, black shorts, and black bow ties. And in the Shirley Temple days, they used to tap dance around.
Yeah, Mr. Bojangles. So you always want to clip up a scene. There's a great scene with Shirley Temple, Shirley Temple dancing with Mr. Bojangles.
Thank you. The lawsuit claims.
You're welcome.
Now that would be a true Southern wedding, wouldn't it? But we can't do that because the media would be on me about that. Okay. So we have a piece of the deposition that basically got Paula Dean fired.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I was just making a mental note that I believe that she's a casual racist, and
a casual racist is
in my mind, like when you think of the Old South, you think of I think she referenced around the Civil War era where she the whole plantation wedding and stuff like that. Around that period of time, the hardcore racists, you look the wrong way, you cut your eyes at a white woman, you talk back, anything, castration, lynching. I mean, just look at Django, the movie that just came out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Cursing, whipping, you name it. I think she's more along the line of like she just grew up in a way in which black people were referred to, in certain ways, and they were, obviously a tier below white people, and it became comfortable. So I'm pretty sure she uses.
We had a specific place in society.
Exactly, and I think she's just brought up being accustomed to that and using these words and stuff like that. Just by listening to the deposition, it's almost like she said, like when they asked her, look, the first few pieces, it says, Miss Dean, have you told racial jokes? No, not racial. Okay, have you ever used the N-word yourself? And her response was not just yes, it was yes, of course. See, so the of course right there lets me know that, either she's just completely disassociated herself from society and she's crazy, or it was so natural to her that it was like saying, hey man, yeah, have you ever said hey man? Yeah, sure,
Well, again, to just be accurate, according to this deposition, when the person questioning her asked her, well, in what context did you use the N-word? She said it was probably back when a black man burst into the bank that I was working in and put a gun to my head.
Now, and when they asked her if she said it immediately to the guy, she was like, well, of course not. The guy got a gun to my head. The last thing you're going to do is call him a racial slur while he has a gun to your head. But when she went home and described it to her husband, she was, pretty much, it was like, honey, this nigga was robbing the bank, or put a gun to my head. She didn't say this black dude or whatever. And she was upset. Oh, she was upset. But my thing is, it just seems to be. She says she hasn't used the word in a long time, and they didn't get into any specifics as far as she didn't divulge any specifics as far as in another instance. She says she's used it in jokes and stuff like that, but I wanted to know if she was going to implicate herself as far as, and she just uses it casually around the house, just as in, these there was a few niggas at work today, and they made, they were acting up, having a good time. And casual like that. I want to know if she said it like that. But, for talking about an old plantation wedding where all of the black men, and she's also said women, wore, they were very professional and did so on and so forth, exuded a certain amount of professionalism while they were catering to whites, it just speaks to her mindset.
Right.
And I can't it's we spoke about the whole Food Network thing and why she had to be fired. And
she
had to be.
While we understand, I personally don't agree.
He doesn't agree. I agree because she represents a brand. She represents herself, but she also represents a brand.
My thing is, that's just like, someone slipping a microphone, or what I've seen, the paparazzi has a camera in her window. She's in a black leather mask whipping her husband and shit. That shit gets out. Oh my God, she's a pervert. We have to fire her.
I know what you're saying, but the fact is that we live in a society where privacy is at a minimum. The fact is, it did come out.
No, that's why I said I get it.
It's unfortunate
because
because
it's wrong.
I believe if you had some kind of magical orb that could really pull. The fuck is that music?
I just rather get shit is still playing. I don't know what the fuck it is.
It's the Bojangles. That song, Jump So High. But yeah, it's a dope song. But yeah, I just believe that if you had a magical orb and you could pull, you could have it just extract a person's entire life, including their memories, out of their head. I'm pretty sure you'll have a lot of white execs at these jobs that probably at one point in time during the course of their entire lives had something negative to think about some minority.
Yeah, try yesterday.
Yeah. See, so that, and I just know, myself as a human being, if you ask me if I ever had anything, if I ever told a racial joke, how do you get, whatever cross the road, and I've said all kind of insensitive jokes as you've seen from this show. All right, so I've said every kind of politically incorrect joke there is, and I know that I've actually used, and moments of hostility and stuff like that after seeing things on television. I referenced a movie that I saw back in the 80s called A Dry White Season about South Africa apartheid, the way they used to put tires around people and just burn them and roast them. And then the 60 Minutes had a special about how the guys were like, during the whole Desmond Tutu thing, and they were just casually describing how they would like roast a guy 2 feet away from him and have a conversation playing cards while this guy is literally burning. And they, it's screaming and hollering and burning. So during that period of time, I was screaming and saying all sorts of terrible shit, terrible racial shit, because I was upset and mad. So am I an outright racist? I don't believe so. But I've had thoughts in my head because I'm a human. I have ups and downs. This woman, to me, this is not shocking to me at all.
And see, that's my issue,
not
is
shocking.
that we're supposed to walk around believing. And you know what? I don't put it past most of America or people who watched her show to think that she's just a nice, sweet Southern old lady that doesn't have a mean bone in her body and would never say this and would never do that. I personally, of all the people I've been around, I've had bosses, white, 50, 60 years old, and according to what everyone has told me, I have never been in the presence of a person, a white man, who's had a single bad thought about a black person.
That's bullshit.
Never said the word nigga, never said, had any negative thoughts about it. Never. Even when I joked about it with them, I would never, then they used the word never. And I'm supposed to believe this, like I'm supposed to believe that prior to this
bank
deposition,
robbery,
Paula Dean never had a negative word or a bad word to say about it or made any racial jokes. I'm like, come on. I used to work with a guy who, he was kind of a dick,
He was a dick?
He was a dick. I never had any personal issue with him, but, he was a dick. He was a white dude. And he would make jokes about fucking Puerto Ricans, Jews, Chinese. Everyone. Curiously enough, though, he never made any black jokes. So am I to believe that black people are the one group, the one ethnic racial group that were absolved or were free of this man's what he believed to be humor? Or am I going to be realistic and just know that he never said that shit around me?
You? Those jokes were, so I'm pretty sure when he was probably around a Hispanic person, he probably told about all the other ones. That's just the way,
So that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. That's my problem is, you never put out there, come see Paula Dean's show because she's not a racist. Okay, we're all just supposed to assume that she's not a racist or never had any racial thoughts. But when it's exposed, and again, I keep having to emphasize, this wasn't on the.
It's not like she did this on her show.
On the Food Network.
She didn't have Sambo Jones as her sous chef. She's whipping his back because he dropped the eggs or something like that.
And quite frankly, I don't know if you remember, she was actually in the news a couple of months ago, 2-3 months ago, for saying some raunchy sex shit.
Yeah, she said some
right. Look, she was saying like a pussy stank or some foul shit.
Look, the broad is
she's
an old bitch, an old surly bitch that says old surly bitch shit, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I actually think people like that are quite fun to be around. I think they're quite fun to be around because they're not prudes. So
look at this watermelon. It's so delicious.
Where the fuck you get these stupid ass sound effects from?
Actually, there's a very funny video of Petey Green. Don Cheadle played him in that movie. Was it Listen Up or?
I think it was Listen Up. I forgot what it was, but it was an underrated movie. It really had no.
Yeah, IMDb Don Cheadle, and it was a great movie.
Yeah,
a great movie. But the actual character he portrayed was a guy named Petey Green. He was a radio DJ down in I think the DC area.
DC area with Howard Stern.
Actually Howard
Stern started.
Right, referenced him as one of the people that influenced him in his early career. He's a black dude now.
Yeah.
And there's a video on there of how to eat a watermelon. And this is one of the funniest fucking things ever.
Yeah. If you could definitely check that out with the salt for a little twang.
Yeah.
A little twang.
This is a country motherfucker, Mike.
Yeah, seriously, country. I mean, and to me, Paula Dean also said certain things about, obviously, she said, she may have repeated something verbatim for what she heard the black people at her
right.
And if you listen, I'm telling you, there's cameras. Look, we've already established how we speak. I know how I speak. I know I say the N-word.
You buzzing all the time?
100, huh?
Is that you buzzing?
I ain't buzzing. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, maybe this shit is buzzing. Motherfucker, who gives a shit about
It's
that?
annoying me. It's fucking distracting me.
What the fuck? I don't know if this shit is buzzing.
You can't feel that.
No, bitch. It's on my fucking...
Look at this watermelon.
So I can feel it shit over here.
Look, I'm talking, trying to make a point. You're talking about some fucking buzzing.
What?
Yo, man, my motherfucker, look, my point is this, all right? I've used that word. I've used a whole bunch of other fucking words during the course of my everyday life. You know, if somebody came to me and actually said, okay, we're going to take an excerpt when Ken and I are arguing amongst ourselves and say it exactly how it was said, and they were white, they're going to say the N-word and a whole bunch of other types of words. And, you know, I understand, you know, it's almost like, I remember Everlast remade Shook Ones. He did a cover of Shook Ones, and he did it exactly how it was. And obviously the N-word was used in the song. No one beefed with Everlast for saying it, because artistically he just took the song and covered it as it was. I've seen several like white rock bands that did that, and contextually it was like, okay, that's the song. That's the song. If this woman said, you know, she heard a bunch of black people talking, yo, nigga, yo, what's up, nigga? And she went home and was like, oh, you should have heard what these black guys were saying at the job. They said, yo, nigga, what's up, nigga? You know, technically the word came out of her mouth. Now, like I said, I think she's a casual racist because of her upbringing, but I don't think she's evil. She had to be canned. She had to be. She had to be. She represents a brand, whether they got the information through, you know, through insidious means or what have you. They got the information. The funny shit bad press. But
the funny shit is, I bet you most of her fans is like, yo, this is bullshit.
No, a lot of people in the comments are like, this is bullshit. You know, a lot of people think, oh, this is just a black person being insensitive. I mean, being too sensitive. Whatever, you can't monitor a person's sensitivity just because it might not factor into your own, you know, level, you know, whatever. But then again, you know, I don't know too many white people that you can say, or, you know, obviously the sexual harassment part, yeah, that's, you know, universal. But, you know, I don't know too many black people at a job going, yeah, these crackers, these honkies and crackers and shit. They'd be fired, and, you know. So I'm not sure if it's.
Don't forget Blue-Eyed Devil and
all the such shit. So, you know, all that shit. So yeah. I'm not sure if it's evil, if it's equal. So a lot of people, it's like, oh, black people are being insensitive. You haven't walked in our shoes, so stop that shit. But it still took place in the workplace. You can't do it. That's it. Just like, you know.
I don't have any problem with the lawsuit.
No,
I have no problem with the lawsuit.
You just can't do it. I mean, you just can't do it. Whether you think that the woman was being overreactive, you just can't do it. It just can't be done. It's just like a guy can't make big jug jokes like this cup. If I had this cup in here and we had female interns and this was like a company situation, a scenario, I'd be fired. I got two titties on my big, nice, round, lovely titties on my cup, and I always have it. They could walk by. I could have it over here, and they could see it. This guy, I feel uncomfortable because he has titties on his cup. You're out of here. And I would have to be aware that would be a possibility. So the lawsuit is what it is, but I don't feel people should necessarily come down on Paula Deen like she is, you know, a Klansman's daughter. She might very well be a Klansman's daughter, but this doesn't. You know what? This just doesn't surprise me. It doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me because when we all look into our own hearts and be honest and imagine that a black person isn't asking you the question, "Hey, have you ever said that word?" and just be truthful with yourself. You've said something like that, probably thought it. And that's just the way it is. Every nationality has thought it about every nationality. That's just the way it is.
And my last point is, the next time you hear black people complaining that, you know, we're in this bad situation because, you know, the white man's got us down and slavery this and slavery that, and in your mind you're like, well, that was a long time ago. That doesn't even count now. You should have grown out of that. None of that. Yeah, Paula Dean. Paula Dean? And we will be back in a couple of minutes.
We're trying to make it better.